What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every Halloween movie with Michael Myers in it and the one Halloween movie without Michael A. Myers. So let's get right into it. Quick warning, my opinion for the Halloween franchise is very different than most people's, so that's just a warning. But in dead last place in the Halloween franchise, in my opinion, is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, this is a hard one because a lot of people would say Halloween Resurrection would be their worst Halloween movie in their opinion, but for me, the worst is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, in this whole movie, I only think they got one thing right, which was having Michael Myers having a half mask and half face. A lot of people actually hated that, but I actually like it because it shows that Michael Myers is half human, half like a shape, So I do like that, but everything else is very dumb. It's gory to the extreme. Now, Halloween Kills gory is good for me, but Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 takes it to the next level, and I hate that. So that's why Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is at last place. Now, just a smidge up than Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is Halloween Resurrection from 2002. Now, this is the second timeline in the series, as this only has Halloween and Halloween 2, and then Halloween H2O. Now, all those three that I just mentioned are amazing, but Halloween Resurrection is kind of just trash. I would say it's better than Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 because I only like one thing from that movie, and I only like one thing for this movie, but it's the first whole 15 minutes is perfect. Laurie Strode finally dies. I think it was executed fine. And then Michael hands off his knife to a mental patient, and he goes into retirement. Now, people are like, where's Laurie's son? Because Michael never went after him. But something I thought about, and I actually kind of like this idea, is that Michael only wanted to take out his main family and not all of his family members, just his main family: mom, dad, older sister, little sister. I like that, though. But those are the only positives in the movie. After Michael goes into retirement, everything is so bad. These TV recorders go into the Myers house where Michael's living, and he slowly takes out all of them. It's very bad. So, yeah. Next up on the list is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, that title sounds really serious, but this movie is very goofy. And also, the mask in the picture that I'm showing you isn't even the mask for the movie. That's how, stupid they are. The mask is probably the worst in the franchise. Well, actually, no. Maybe H2O is the worst mask in the franchise, but it's so bad. And I was not ever a fan of the Thorn trilogy. And a lot of people like it, but I didn't like it. It's really dumb. And then, Michael Myers going through the river, and then he goes into a coma for a year, and then he just randomly wakes up, and his mask's off so much in this movie. I just don't like it. Next up on the list is Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Now, I wish I liked this movie way more than I do, because this is Donald Pleasant's last movie, and Donald Pleasant is the actor for Dr. Samuel J. Loomis, who was one of the most iconic characters in the franchise. And it's really unfortunate that he died during the production of this movie, but all prayers to him, rest in peace. And it's this movie, literally the title, The Curse, Michael Myers shouldn't even have a curse in the first place. He should just be a no motive killer, or just a no motive killer going after his family. This whole Thorn thing is way too much in this movie. And not just that, but Michael Myers is like a henchman in this movie. He's like a minion to like the cult, which is very dumb. Michael Myers either should be the leader of the cult or the second command of the cult. He shouldn't be the third command or anything below that. Like, oh my goodness. But the kills are pretty good in this movie. Next up is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Now, a lot of people love this movie, but I absolutely hate it. Like, it's like better than all of the movies I said before this, obviously, but it's like, this movie still has lots of problems. Like, again, they lie about the mask. Like, the mask in the background is not the mask they use in the movie, and the mask they use in the movie is one of the worst masks in the franchise. Michael Myers is in a 10-year coma. He randomly wakes up and he goes after his little niece. And Laurie Strode died in a car crash like 3 years before Michael woke up from his coma. Like, that alone is very stupid. Her like Laurie Strode's niece or daughter is only like 7. Like, I hate Michael Myers going after children. Like, he's only supposed to go after like teenagers and young adults. Like, he shouldn't go after babies, toddlers, and little children and the elderly. Like, that just shouldn't be a thing. But yeah, this is a very mid movie for me. Next up on the list is Halloween Kills. Now, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, the kills in this movie are very gory and I love it. It's not as gory as Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's, but I love it. It's amazing. The only thing is that Laurie is like in the hospital the whole movie, and like the original Halloween 2 executes it really good, but this movie kind of executes it bad. I love like the beginning with the 1978 flashback. That I'm just gonna straight up say it, that is one of my favorite Halloween moments ever, and this movie is one of the more rewatchable movies in the franchise, but that doesn't mean it's not a really good movie. It's good, but it's more mid. Like, there are really good characters introduced, like Big John and Little John, and they just get killed off. Like, I would have loved to see them in Halloween Ends, but whatever. Next up on the list is Halloween 2018. Now, this is the first movie that isn't just garbage or bad or mid. This is pretty good. Like, it's great. Just the thing is, like, everyone acts like Michael A. Myers is this huge, scary serial killer person at the beginning. Like, I get it after the movie, but before, like, even Laurie Strode says he only killed like 5 people. Which, yeah, that's a lot in real life, but for Michael Myers, that is like nothing. And he's locked up for 40 years, and then out of nowhere, he just decides to break out. It, like, that just doesn't really make sense. I feel like Halloween 2 should have existed in this timeline, because it would make way more sense for him to be a serial killer, you know? But whatever, like, this is a really good movie. There's really good kills, and I really like the story. So yeah. Next up on the list, and I know this is going to piss a lot of people off, but it's Halloween Ends from 2022, the most recent Halloween movie as of this recording in November of 2024. Now, I really like this movie. Like, Michael Myers isn't really in the movie all too much until the end, but, like, they introduce, like, a new Michael Myers, Corey Cunningham, who's, like, 21, and that's, like, how old Michael was when in 1978. So I think it's really cool to introduce a new Michael Myers. Like, obviously no one can replace the original, but I think it was pretty cool. The thing is, though, Corey Cunningham ends up dying at the end, which was really useless. And then Laurie Strode takes out Michael in a really spectacular way. Michael Myers, though, acts really old in this movie, which doesn't really make sense because Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills took place in 2018, the same night. And he was completely fine. He was really strong and stuff. And then just 4 years later, in 2022, Michael was this old man. But whatever, I really like this movie a lot. Now in 5th place, I think. Well, whatever. Next up is Halloween H2O. Now, a lot of people don't like this movie, but I love it. Halloween 4, 5, and 6 were really bad, and they decided just to make a new timeline. Now only Halloween and Halloween 2 exist, and I think it's great. He returns after 20 years, and assumably lives in the Myers house for 20 years, which is a little unrealistic because I feel like someone would look there to see if he was there, but whatever. It's really great kills and stuff, and this Laurie Strode in this movie, it seems more realistic than the H40 Laurie, but that's up to debate. The only thing I really hate about this movie is the masks. And I say masks because they use 4 masks in this movie, and only one of them looked good. And all 3 of them were atrocious. So yeah. In 4th place is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now, I really love this movie. This is the only movie without Michael Myers. And a lot of people just hate on this movie because it says Halloween 3 and there's no Michael Myers. But say if this was just called Season of the Witch, it would be a cult classic. And now it's already a cult classic, but it could have been way before, 2016, But, I really like this movie. It's really dark. They get children to wear this Halloween mask, and then they die after they watch the TV. Dr. Chalice is a really great character. Now, the reason this happened was after Halloween 2, which ended the Michael Myers story, John Carpenter, the director of the first movie and the producer of the second, wanted an anthology series, which basically means Halloween 3 would be its own thing, Halloween 4 would be a completely own thing, nothing to do with the last one, then 5 is different, and 6 is different, Which I really like that idea. I think that's what they should have done after Halloween 2, but everyone demanded Michael Myers, and he unfortunately returned for Halloween 4 in a horrible movie. Next up, in 3rd place, now this is really gonna miff people, but next up is Rob Zombie's Halloween from 2007. Now, the second movie was, you saw at the very bottom, but this movie is in the top 3. And the thing is, a lot of people hate the first half because it shows child Michael Myers, but I actually think it was good. It shows how Michael Myers turned into this huge serial killer guy, and then I also love the second half. The second half is even better, where Michael Myers is this 7-foot tall giant. Now, I think they went a bit too far with the kill, not brutal. I just think Michael, I think at the beginning, in the first half, he only should have killed his sister, and then 15 years later, he could have gone all out. But he killed 4 people as a child, or 5, I guess. But I really like this movie. I know, but I really like it. Oh, and another thing I really like about this movie that I forgot to say was when he's in the medium security mental hospital, he has all these masks that he puts on him. I really think they should have done that for all the series, because in the H40 timeline, he just is completely fine without having a mask until he escapes. I feel like he should always have some kind of mask on until he escapes and he gets the William Shatner Michael Myers mask that we all know and love. And one more thing that I actually don't like about the movie is how he gets Laurie and then he just takes off his mask and tries to be nice with her. I feel like he should just kill her, try to. I feel like he shouldn't really have a heart as an adult. Next up on the list, and you probably already left, most people already left probably after they heard the last one, but everyone is probably going to leave after they hear this one. And that is, in 2nd place, is Halloween from 1978, the original, the classic. Now, a lot of people, 99.98% of people would put this in 1, or top 1. But for me, I say top 2. Now, it is just a bit too old for me, I guess. Like, I really enjoy it. It's really good. I think it's just a bit too slow paced for me. Like, I don't want Michael Myers to be, like, killing everyone in his path, but I also just don't want him to, like, be killing, like, absolutely no one until the very end. But it's still, like, it's a great cult classic. And the ending is the best Halloween ending in all of history. Next up on the list, and my favorite Halloween movie in my opinion, is the original Halloween 2 from 1981. Now, it's very weird how in last place is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and in first is the original Halloween 2. That is completely done by coincidence, you know. But everything about this movie I love. Well, there is one little issue. So, not all Halloween movies, in my opinion, are perfect, but the one issue I have with this movie is the mask. Now, it is the original mask from the first movie, but it was, like, really mistreated, so it now is all yellow and weird and stuff. But I absolutely love this movie. I love how it takes place in a hospital. Like, I think it's really cool and very scary. And all the death scenes in this movie are amazing. It takes place the same night as the original. It takes place like immediately after the one of the original. So, like, in fact, that the first 10 minutes of the movie is just the ending of the first movie. It's a great movie. Like, I don't even really know how much to say. Like, Michael goes to the hospital, and we get to see new characters. All the hospital staff, they all end up dying at the end, other than one who assumably marries Laurie and has her daughter, and they have a daughter together, which was Jamie from Halloween 4. But like I said, they died in like a car crash or something. But yeah, I really like this movie. It's the best Halloween movie, in my opinion. So how would you rank the Halloween franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn notification bell on so you notice every video that I upload. Peace!